Look how dull and gray everything is right now because I'm wearing this and all that and these and those and this and that and yeah. Hey guys, Funny Guy Timmy here, doing a quick shootout between two microphones. Now the reason I'm doing this shootout is to show you guys something that I've learned from using either one of these microphones. Is, of course, this is my MKH 416, and this one right here that has this humongous foam wind cover is the iSK ICDM. Remember that from not that long ago? I did a review on this and other dynamic microphones. Now, I have this set up because there have been times recently when I've needed to use a dynamic microphone for whatever reason. I think there was a lot of noise outside, people moving around upstairs, and I just needed to record something for a client. I needed to record something. And so clearly using the shotgun mic, it was going to still pick it up. So I went and I started testing some of the microphones, and this one, the iSK ICDM, which is not plugged in right now, obviously, came out the best sounding. And I was actually able to mix and match some of my MKH 416 audio, or I was able to mix some audio from the iSK ICDM in with some MKH 416 audio. They needed like a quick pickup line or something changed. They changed the script, and they wanted it as soon as possible. They were on a deadline, but I couldn't record because there was all this noise. And so instead of using my MKH 416, I used the iSK ICDM. I don't know why I have to check it every time. It's not like I can see it. I can't see around this gigantic foam thing. But I wanted to show you guys what I had been doing. Now, yes, this is a noisier microphone because it is dynamic, and it needs a lot more gain. It needs a lot more juice in order to get a clean signal, clean sound. I tried to get these as close as possible, but I don't got a lot of room to work with. But I can tell you that this one right here, the iSK ICDM, is plugged in to my mixer through a Sound Devices preamplifier, or basically it's a little box. It's kind of like a cloud lifter kind of thing. I think they might have been the first company, but I'm not positive. But it's a little box that you plug into the mixer, and then you plug the microphone into the box. And what it is it takes phantom power from the mixer or the interface, and it adds extra juice to the dynamic microphone so you can turn up the gain or the volume and not get as much of the self-generated noise. So first, you're obviously listening to the MKH 416, so we'll do a little test. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. How many pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick? And now we're going to go to the iSK ICDM. Okay, so I don't have any EQing on either of these microphones. I don't have any EQing. They're basically, I think the iSK ICDM, its levels are slightly higher than the MKH 416, but basically they're the same. Now, clearly, yes, this is a brighter microphone, and I do have to kind of trim off a lot of the higher end if I was to mix and match these. But, so, now, testing, 1, 2, 3. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. How many pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick? Now I'm going to do an edited version. I'm going to take this audio and I'm going to edit it, and then I'm going to basically line them up all one after another. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. How many pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. How many pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. How many pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. How many pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick? So, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Every now and then when someone says that they have an environment that they can't really record in, they can't really do any kind of voiceover because the space isn't treated, they don't have a lot of room, there's they got kids in the area, they got noise outside the window, sometimes I will suggest to them, use a dynamic microphone. You'd be surprised. And this is one of the ones that I do recommend. Yes, I do try to recommend the SM57 first because it's kind of an industry standard and it can take a beating, but it is a $100 microphone, and for $100 you can buy a ton of other things. But if you have a budget that's closer to like $40, which I believe this microphone is, then this would be a pretty good buy. Now, of course, obviously I have to have this huge pop filter, huge wind cover on this thing, because otherwise it's going to be picking up all the plosives. It's basically double layered. And I was able to do some voiceover even while my roommate was playing some games. Someone needed some voiceover. They needed it real quick. I was able to plug this thing in. I told them, don't worry, totally fine. I did some voiceover. The client was happy. They didn't even notice anything. So you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. So maybe later, if you guys are interested, I'll show you guys how I EQ this particular microphone and how I clean it up and how I do all kinds of editing to it to try to make it sound a little bit more presentable, but maybe for a different video. If you guys like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you are motherless, give it a thumbs down. If you are new to the channel, subscribe. Have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally for coaching or any other kind of inquiry, there is an email down below. Also check out any of the other links that might interest you. And this microphone will be in the description. And until next time, peace.